want to share a little bit about what you've done over the past 1 week, you have to raise your hand. So this is the time that I get to call people to say you have the opportunity to share. So it is first come, first serve basis. At some point, we will not be able to take people anymore if you don't raise your hand. Now, it won't be there for you. So I see Valiance Financial Education Center. Let's go.
Yes. Hey, BC, great hosting today, and good afternoon to our WSB community. We're very excited to be part of the Freedom Call, and just wanted to let you know that we have very familiar faces here. So we have June and Cherry Orteza from Las Vegas. So they actually decided to come here to have the WFG convention, I guess. No, just kidding. We're actually very proud that we had a great month in July. So in June. So we had 14 GX qualifiers that brought us to Big Kahuna. So hoping that we could actually get officially to Big Kahuna, and we also have a total of 21 GX qualifiers for the whole super team. So thank you very much for letting us share.
Hey, brother.
Yeah.
Brother Busy. Just to let you know, I have my first campaigner beside me here, who is also an IT professional. That's why I brought him here. So we can build.
Hold on. Is that Dr. June?
Yes.
What are you doing in Toronto?
Nothing, brother.
Man, it's good to see you, man.
Likewise. Thank you very much. And I have also my wife here, Cherry. But thank you for having us here.
Great. Welcome to Canada.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Apex Financial Center.
All right, let's go, Apex. So, good morning, BC. Good morning, WSB. This is Ian Arvin Pitpit under the leadership of Mr. Norman Galanto, Apex Financial Center. The GX is amazing. We hit about 3 GX last month, but that's not enough to hit the Kahuna. We'll definitely be hitting this month, right? And of course, the level 3 base shop, just short fall of 4, but definitely will be reaching out this month. And we're already posing to get 10 recruits this week, so that to be ready and front load everything before the convention. We are at 50 attendees for now, but we're still shooting 100. We'll definitely gonna get some more people in US to join us in the convention, because the convention will accelerate our business a year. So anyway, we're on the move to hit 1,000 recruit per month for all of Apex. So watch out, WSB, and let's explode. Let's go.
Wow, that's wonderful. Let's see you do this and bring people to convention. Okay, let's go to Greenbelt.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
I hear you loud and clear, man.
Wonderful, man. What a great month of June we had. The team was fired up. We're running vigorously. We're ready for G25. Hotels are booked. We're ready to go. We had a really good month in June. Personally got to GX4 in the month of June. We also had 2 members get their GX as well. So super excited for them. I also was able to qualify for Titan X again, so I'm very, very happy for that. You know, our coach always says, if you want to be a part of the big dogs, you gotta learn from the big dogs, right? So super excited for that, and really just moving into just building the momentum, continuing to work every single day to get more people to G25, because we know the bigger events are where we can change people and where we can really show people just how big this campaign and this organization is. So I'm just super excited for what July has to bring. And then Michi, I believe you want to share as well?
Yes, and absolutely. I'm following that cab from my brother Brandon in the business. You know, we talk about building from event to event. And we shared today on our awesome 8 a.m. motivation call about enlarging our territory. But before we can enlarge our territory, we have to stretch our vision. And one of the ways for us to do that is when we show up for the big events. So like Brandon, I'm also on that trail, getting more people. This is not the time to just quit, but this is the time to even build up the momentum, because there's somebody out there that's waiting for us. So right now, I'm working towards getting 15 people to actually follow me to G25 so that we can build and stretch our vision together. Thanks for letting Greenbelt share.
Thank you, Brandon, and thank you, Michi. That was really wonderful. Okay, let's go now to Northeast Financial Center. We can't hear you. You're muted. Yep.
There you go. Can you hear me, BC?
Loud and clear, Prof.
Powerful. This is Reverend Cornelius from Northeast Financial Center. And I am speaking on behalf of the entire team, the hardworking team, which is raising quote unquote dust in the Northeast area. And we are working towards hitting GX. Personally, this week I have lined up 8 appointments. And yesterday I had one of the best presentations I've ever given to somebody since I joined WFG. And she's coming back. She will be getting on board as a campaigner, and we are working on a PFS and we'll give recommendations. That being said, we are working strategically. It is said that when you reach out to a man, you would have reached out to an individual. But if you reach out to a woman, you would have reached out to the whole family. So we know the power of BPMs. That is what we are doing. And I've lined up about 3 BPMs, which will be done during the month of July for 3 large churches in the Boston area. So we continue raising the dust. And if you're behind us, you may not see the next city we are getting to.
Thank you so much, Northeast Financial Center. Can we go to WSB 407 Kill? Oh, do you want to share, ma'am?
Yes, please.
Okay, quickly.
Yes, Coach BC. Oh, we are so excited. I'm also very excited this morning. I am like so excited because I'm like going to start full time starting August 1st. With that, I was the first in the office today at 7. I had this, I had this appointment, which I did by myself, and I was like praising myself. Yes, I can do it. And by the way, by the next time you see me, BC, I'll be in your territory because I talked to one person in Toronto, Canada, and we're arranging a visit there very soon. That's why I'm so excited. And I know we go. Yes, Northeastern, I'll be with you.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Welcome when you come. Let us know, okay?
Yes,
Nice.
please.
Go to Kill Financial Education Center.
Hey. BC, do you hear me?
Ali, I hear you. Loud and clear, Lynn.
All right. Hey, good morning, WSB, and thank you, BC, for running the call today. I really so fired up. Get ready for our convention because I truly believe 24 years ago that one big event can change everything. I got 2 powerful women in our operation right now that really hit the milestone, KNS, and because that is the power of home BPM 20 years ago. That's why the home BPM works. The goal right now, BC, is 10 another warriors in front, direct, and that's the reason. That's why the GX program works and also the big event works. So BC, my 3 personal campaigners hit last month is from Winnipeg. I again building Winnipeg and again in Alberta because right now it's about outlets, franchise. It's about the system, that duplication. So thank you, BC. Looking forward for our big event. Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you two out there. Let's go, WSB Kingsway.
Good morning, WSB. I just wanted to report coming out of this weekend, our team had 5 home BPMs, and we're loving the home BPM system. I really want to invite everybody in WSB. If you have not gotten on board with it, I will tell you it will change your business. You know, from going to people's homes to being invited to people's homes, hosting workshops, connecting even to the workshops that WSB offers. But you know what? We can do a watch party like our team has been doing as well. I just find that our campaign has been created in such a way for anybody, regardless of their background, their language, their community to come here and learn about money. That's the purpose of what we're doing. We help people save and also increase their income. And so as we go into G25, everybody, I want to challenge every single person here in WSB, do at least one more home BPM, do at least one more home gathering where people can come, they can learn about our amazing campaign, and that way we can increase our numbers so that we even need more spots. I don't know if that's possible, but we will get more spots for G25. So thank you for letting me share.
That's wonderful. I mean, home BPM is the way to go. Great work out there, Yamila. Let's go to Live Oak Financial Education Center. Hey, Manka, I don't hear your voice, man.
You hear us? All right.
I hear you
Awesome,
now.
awesome. We are super live here in Live Oak, and I am so excited to be sharing with you guys this morning. Man, we're excited. We've been really just out in the field within the community. Some of my partners, we've been doing a lot of workshops at libraries. Super excited. A lot of activities coming out of that as well. And like Yamina said, we're definitely going to take that challenge of doing at least one more home BPM. And we have 2 huge events coming up as well this week and next week as well. So super excited about that. I got GX3 recently, and my goal for getting to the convention was GX5. So ready working on that. I'm excited to make sure I get that done. And right now I have 4 going to the convention and definitely pushing for more. And I'm just excited. I'm prepared for it. So let's go.
All right, brother. I mean, it's good to see you guys out there. Let's go to Henderson, all the way from Las Vegas.
There we go. Good morning, brother VC. How are you?
Good to see you, Don. How's it going out there, man?
Oh, it's hot, but we're hotter in the business. Anyway, I want to take this opportunity to actually, in behalf of Henderson Elite Financial Center and Las Vegas Southwest Financial Center and Sahara Financial Center, we want to take this opportunity to thank Coach Alicia and Coach Swan Nguyen for giving us a sneak peek, like a preview of our convention, G25. You know, right now, the other half of WFG is having their convention here in Las Vegas. That's why our head coach is here. And we took that opportunity to have a huddle with Coach. So we have almost 100 plus gathered all together at Sahara Financial Center. And for the longest time, I haven't been that excited in the business. But after Coach gave us that preview, a sneak peek of what's going to happen after G25, man, I said, you know what, BC, we got to push a lot more people. Because this is the first time I heard Coach not discuss about system. You know, when you heard Coach Swan Nguyen and product, they almost don't go the same sentence. But Coach discussed product training with us. And that's what we need to see in convention, and why this opportunity for WFG is huge, because none in the business, even the brokerage out there, cannot do this business. Even the candy company cannot do what we can do. So I'm not going to ruin that surprise, but you got to attend the convention for us to actually move forward and build bigger. And that's all I can share, BC. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I know with that.
I mean,
you gotta attend, man. You gotta attend.
Thank you so much for that, sneak peek, just like you said. So guys, you heard it now. Everybody, we got to drive more people to get the convention. These 2 weeks is very critical. It's pivotal for us to change our business. All right, I want to go to Savannah now. My friend, Pamela Nguyen, let's go.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you post that? All right. Thank you, Brother BC. We're just super excited because, we ended the the home BPM is incredible. We have a new member that's going to finish GX3MD in like a month and a half. And then we actually ended up with 31 recruit in the base and 51 results basically in the base shop. And I'm super excited. We have a new team member attending a webinar right now. And we also have a guest from all the way from California. You know, they're building with us in Savannah. So big cities are building in the small cities now. We gotta go to the big cities. So I would like for her to share if you want to.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. We didn't realize that East Coast is already starting the webinar in the afternoon, but this is Liberty Reyes and my partner Casey Salonga. So over the July 4th weekend, we have home BPM in North Carolina. It's our first time. And it was raining hard. There was no electricity in one of our appointments, but still we're able to share, right? Our Saving Your Future. This is a nurse who's been for Duke University 45 years, but never heard of WFG. And she's like, where were you when I was like ready to retire? Or on my younger years that I've been doing overtime. But I guess what? We're here we are. It's still good. 2 years in retirement. But he said, I've been looking for something to do on retirement and maybe this is the answer. So on that home BPM, we finished a GXMD, and now we're here in Georgia. We had one new license, so that's why we promised him that once you pass, we'll be going there, and now we're starting to build in the East Coast, North Carolina, and Georgia. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. And our license, they're talking about license. We have 18 people studying because of the licensing program. So we're super excited. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, this is all the sharing that we can take right now because of time, right? But I mean, just a quick one. I have somebody here, locally here who wants to share. So I just want to use my discretion to allow, you know, our guests into the office here, Vivian Elifo, to just quickly share.
Thank you. Good morning, WSB. Good morning, everyone. So I came into the Toronto area today and I was pleasantly surprised that the Oakville office is the one hosting the BPM today. So my name is Vivian Elifo, and I basically came in here to work with a couple of my team members in Toronto area. We did have a home BPM on Sunday, and we're basically doing, in fact, I had a 9 a.m. appointment this morning for a photo of post-home BPM. And taking off the lessons from the Titan retreat, for those who were in the Titan retreat, you can remember the conversations we had with our coach, master coach, where we talked about the bubble chat and all, and basically building the events, not just from the comfort of my home, but in the office, as well as working with team members. So I was in BC last week. We also did a home BPM where we basically invited a couple of our team members actually to join in the whole BPM. And some of the results I saw from just that singular home BPM was not just an encouragement for the new team member who hosted that home BPM, for her to see that the business was really very doable. The other team members who joined the home BPMs as guests, basically to watch how home BPMs were done, were basically now inspired to go out there and to do their own home BPM. So now we have a lot more home BPMs being churned out just as a result of following the system. And of course, showing team members that this can be done. It's an easy process, it's a duplicatable process, and it has its results based. So we're already seeing results of the home BPM we had last week. And then again, coming here to Toronto this week again to duplicate it. We also have 2 home BPMs. We already had one on Sunday, and then we have another one coming up on Friday. So just to let you know, Coach, I'm basically taking the lessons and I'm running with it, and I'm excited for what the future holds for us. Thank you so much for allowing me to share.
All right, guys, now we go to the announcement. Thank you so much for sharing, Vivian. All right. Okay, let's start with, if you qualify for Titan X, June numbers have been finalized now, so the number is closed. If you qualify, you should know by now. If you don't, yeah, you got to try another month. But if you qualify as a new person who wants to come into Titan X, you have to submit for you to be in Titan X. So the deadline for you to submit your qualification is tonight at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. So please get on it. The link to submit is what you can see on the screen. If you want to take a screenshot of this so that you can remind yourself later. For those who are going to be coming here for the first time into Titan X, there's an orientation on Friday at 12 noon Pacific time. So you should join the orientation so you know how Titan X sort of works. Next slide, please. Wow. This one is quite interesting for me. And the reason is pretty simple. I have a lot of people that we've recruited all over the place. And just before I came into this meeting, I had somebody that we recruited for one of my team members in Indianapolis last night. And, he was talking about licensing these, how do I go about all of that? And guess what? the entire community of WSB is coming together. We have one of the best peoples in the organization who have come together to say, you know what, we want to take on the challenge of teaching people about how to get licensing done quickly. You know how we do, our normal workshops for financial education. We have Mondays to Fridays that we're running. We want to have something like that that will work for licensing as well. So, I mean, there will be a lot of sharing a little bit more about this later in today's meeting, but I want you to know, you can take a screenshot of this right now. Let your team members know that we will now have, what is going to be focused on licensing preparation, like on a regular basis, as you can see, on there. Next slide, please. Okay. Please, guys, with the product and solutions that our head coach has been talking about, especially with the 3 circles, 3 boxes, the different things that we're talking about, there's something that I hear every time, Ryla, especially in the US, that many people are thinking about, oh, how does this work? How does that work? You need to have a security license to be able to do that. And, I was just talking about this earlier when I saw my schedule of presentation today. I was like, maybe I should go and get a security license in the US too, because my team is growing out there, and it's about time that we begin to look at all of this. So if you want to get yourself a security license, Kaplan and Exam FX are offering you discounted prices to be able to get it done. You have to go on my wfg.com to get that done. But please take a screenshot of this, and then you can be able to follow that. This is only for the US agent only. You have to know that. But then again, if you're doing business in the US like I do, like I have license out there, and if it's possible, why not? Let's go get it, guys. Next slide. Wow. You see, the beauty of this organization, more importantly, WSB, is the fact that we work hard, but at the same time, we also find time to enjoy ourselves and all of that. I recall when Coach and Alicia announced the fact that I want you to be a Kauna, and we started talking about it. Now, if you qualify to be a Kauna or a big Kauna, I mean, I don't qualify, and I'm ashamed to say that, but it's something that we're constantly working towards. The first kickoff Kauna and Big Kauna event and the meeting is going to happen between the August 19th and 22nd of 2025. Just after we come back from convention. But today is the last day that you have to submit your qualification if you qualify, so that you can be added to those who are going to go to this event. So please get on the page so that you can submit your qualification. Next slide. Okay, I like this one because I already qualified for the soiree. And guys, the part where I want us to talk a little bit about is every time when you go to Super Trip with WSB, every time when you go to Super Trip with WSB, there's always this special party that you will be invited to. Everest has been so wonderful hosting soiree. I mean, ever since I've been going to Super Trip, and this would not be any different. I can bet you it's going to be interesting. So we have this month of July as the last month to qualify for soiree. But for those of us who are US agents, you have a special way to also qualify for another soiree that is being hosted by AMS, right? You have up until, this month for you to finish whatever it is that you need to do. 15th of the month, you have only one more week for you to qualify if you want to be part of those people who will go to AMS soiree. For the one that is Everest, you have to the end of the month. The top 200 people in the organization will be taken. You only need to at least do GX2 between May and the month of July. So let's go, guys. Let's go and get it. Next slide. Now, this is very important. If you want to come to Korea with us and you haven't submitted all of this information that they're asking for, I think you should get it done today, not tomorrow, today. Because the deadline for you to be able to submit all of this information is next week, Tuesday. And as you can see, statistics that is currently available right now from, the event coordinators says that only 35% of those who register to go to Korea have submitted their flight details. And about 84% of people have submitted their passport and, that we've completed visa checks for. As you know, it is not WSB responsibility to do this for you. You have a responsibility as well because the organization is planning a wonderful event for us in Korea. So you just have to do your own part. Please go onto the relevant website and then go and submit the necessary information that you need to submit. And then I look forward to seeing all of you in Seoul so that we can have an amazing, amazing, amazing time out there. All right, please don't sleep on this, get it done today. If you don't submit your flight info, there is no guarantee that you're going to get hotel transfer. The deadline is next week, Tuesday, so please get it done. All right, let's go. Oh my God. Back in the day, in 2019, there was this thing that they did champagne for the campaign was what it was back then. As a rookie, newbie to convention in Dallas, I was, they snuck me into the meeting and it was so good that I was like, what is going on here? Champagne for the campaign. That was so good. And now, if you want to be part of the GS gathering, it's going to be a leadership meeting with another, style of celebration to it. For those who qualified, you must have gotten your invitation yesterday. I got mine. I don't know about you. I have a couple of other people in my team who also got, but I'm looking forward to celebrating with everybody at the Sacramento Memorial Auditorium come Thursday, July 24th, for us to celebrate. If you think you qualify, these are the qualification criteria here, and you haven't gotten an invitation just yet, can you please reach out to event@worldsystembuilder.com so that you can provide the evidence that you qualify and then you can get your invitation too. Don't miss the opportunity to join the leadership meeting and also celebrate, GX with us when we get to Sacramento in about 2 weeks from now. All right, next slide. Okay, so, during the convention, Friday has been dedicated to workshops generally. If you see the agenda that was, published earlier. And so Transamerica as an organization, one of our, premier providers here is here to say that they want to have a leadership session with SMDs and above to talk about different things. So you have to sign up to attend any of these sessions. There is session 1, as you can see the time, 2, 3. So you can join those so that you can then be able to understand some of the new innovations, products and services that they have and all of that. Some of their leadership from Transamerica will be present here to answer your questions, to be able to, have, they share about their own information and all of that. You can bring things to them from the field, you can provide feedback and all of that so that they can take away and improve on the things that they are supporting us with. Please take advantage of these for yourselves, SMDs and above, please. All right, next slide. Okay, now this is very important. I'm going to take a minute to talk a little bit about this. WSB is organizing one of the best events for us this month. And it takes a lot to be able to put into organizing this event. And so we're still asking for more volunteers. Just like we said, teamwork makes the dream work. WSB staff and the entire of the leadership need help to be able to help to organize, an incredible event for us. So if your staff is coming, for example, or you have people in your team that can be of support to the members of staff of WSB, we would ask you to kindly sign up so that they can help to be able to support the smooth running of this particular event. If you want to do that, go on www.worldsystembuilder.com/G25 under volunteer. You can sign up to volunteer and then provide all your information in that space for us to be able to have you volunteer for the event. We look forward to a lot of people volunteering for us so that we can hasten things and then make things quickly work for every one of us. Let's go. All right. Some people are still looking for tickets. I have myself talking about tickets earlier today to one of the, people in the room here. There is tickets still available. There is a form that is available on the G25 web page. If you go to World System Builder, you want to understand that we can still exchange tickets. So if you're looking for ticket or you want to offer ticket, you can go on there on that, website to see how you can get ticket from other people who are willing to give their own ticket up, or whoever needs ticket can go there to go and take ticket. All right, let's go. Yes, next webinar on Tuesday, we're gonna have something that we call the provider panel. All of the different, product providers who have supported us over the years and are sponsoring events here, they want to come around and share a little bit more about, their organizations, what they do and all of that. Many of these companies, as you can see here, Transamerica, Everest, Ivari, AMS, Garcia, Shani, IA Financial Group, and Nationwide have supported so many of our events in the past, and they are also supporting here, in G25. So like the GX, leadership meeting and different events that we're going to do, these providers are going to be supporting them. So we will truly appreciate if everybody can come to listen to them next week, so that you can provide us some more information about what they're going to be doing at the convention and updates that they have for us. Next slide. Yes. You see, this is the biggest event of the year. You know how everybody who is in the NBA is looking forward to NBA championship. Just like every athlete is looking forward to the Olympics, just like everybody who is a soccer player is looking forward to the World Cup, just like everybody who is, a football person is looking forward to Super Bowl. For every one of us in WSB, we all are looking forward to G25 in Sacramento. But before we go in another 2 weeks to get to convention, here are some of the things that you need to know before you step on that plane or you get into that vehicle to drive up to, NorCal in Sacramento. So attendee guide, and please, you need to take a screenshot so that you can go back to some of your team members who are not here right now to be able to share this information, with them. So please take a screen grab of each of these so that we can be able to disseminate the information at a later time when we meet with our individual teams. All right, let's go. The first thing first is to understand that, as we move forward, getting close to convention, there are a few important reminders that are going to be shared here. Number one, each attendee needs to present their own unique QR code. Please come with something that is, either printed or you've already screenshotted it. You know the reason why? Sometimes the internet just messes up because you're trying to look for it inside your email and it takes forever for you to find it. You're on a line, a lot of people are queuing up to be able to get their own registration badge or something like that. We would appreciate it if you already have a screenshot of it somewhere, or you printed out something so that we can make the process faster for everybody. There is still the opportunity for you to change the tickets that you bought. Like for myself, I have BC Ogunwale guest 1, BC Ogunwale guest 2, guest 3, guest 4, and so on. Up until the 21st of the month of July, you can still change, the names on your badges, because what WSB is trying to do this year, apart from the fact that you're going to have a wristband, there is still going to be a badge that will be given to you with a lanyard that you're going to have to wear, everywhere you go. So I don't want you to be in a place where you invite something. Let's say you invite a guest called John Doe, and then John Doe is carrying around guest 1, guest 2, right? Please, you can still change tickets name on or before the 21st of July so that it is easier when the staff and the volunteers are printing, they print with the right name so that when you walk around with your name badge, you can see your name there. And if you still need any form of assistance with any of these details you want to do, I mean, I just got some of my ticket changed to the people that I invited, and it was so seamless. Thank you so much, the WSB staff, because of the things that you do for us. If you have questions or you need assistance as to what you need to do, email them at events@wordsystembuilder and you will get help almost immediately. All right? Next slide. Now, registration. In terms of registration, the time for the registration on a different day. So if you get there on Thursday, for example, the registration will be open between 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. local time, California. On Friday, for example, registration will start at 6 a.m. in the morning up until about 5 p.m. in the evening. Saturday, the same time frame between 6 a.m. and 5 p.m. in the evening. And then on Sunday, the registration desk will be open from 7 a.m. in the morning till about 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So please note this, that you would have, registration desk in different places. So as you can see here, there are 3 different, locations for registration across the arena. And then there is the VIP registration area. For those who are CEOs and above, they will have their own registration area, and that's why it's called V. So you see R, R, and R in different places, where the letter E represent exit and entrance for people who want to get into or get out of the arena. Okay? Let's go. Yes, this is quite important. I know for those of us who are, old timers, regular event attendees from WSB, you know the drill. But for the new guys that we're bringing, many of us are bringing people who are coming for the first time. They don't know how this works. Please, it is important that you understand that throughout the entire of the event, each attendee needs to have their wristbands on. And then you have to wear your lanyard with the personalized name badge attached to it. So it's not either or. We want to see all of these things. You will have a wristband, and then you will have your name badge with the lanyard of WSB attached to it for every time you need to get into the event. Please don't cut your wristband before the event finish. Otherwise, you would have to buy another ticket if you were to do that. Make sure that you have your name badge at all times so that you can be able to have access into the arena. These items are required for all access, and it must be worn throughout the entire event. It's not like, oh, I come for this event, I can do this. No, we want to see you with these things every time: your wristband, your lanyard, and your personalized badge for you to be able to get into the event. Please take a screenshot of this so that you can be able to explain to all your guests and then the people that are not here, that are your team members that are going to come to the event as well. Next slide. Yes. Many of us, when we go to convention, we want to be able to buy some things from WSB shop and all of that. There will be 3 different locations for WSB shop at this convention. Isn't that even wonderful? Thank you so much, WSB, and all the staff that are, working tirelessly, doing this thankless job to be able to help us to get our business going forward. So there will be one entrance very close to the near grand entrance. There's west side, and then there is near southwest entrance. The hours of operation for the shop will be from 12 noon on Thursday to about 6 p.m. that day. On Friday, the shop will open at 8 a.m. in the morning and close about 6 p.m. in the evening. The same time on Saturday, 8 to 6 p.m. And on Sunday, 8 a.m. to about 1 p.m. Please note this. Now, I want you all to know this. As you know, you can get everything that is in WSB shop in Go Street when you come to convention. But if you want to know what the plan for WSB shop for this convention is, you have to be at the next, Freedom Call. We will have people from the WSB shop to come and share a little bit more about things that will be available and what are the modalities of how you can get stuff done, with the WSB shop. Because many of us, when we travel to convention, we always take an extra bag or maybe 2. We want to be able to take things back home because we can buy stuff in bulk and all of those kind of stuff. Please make sure that when you come to the next Freedom Call, which is on Tuesday, July the 15th, so that you can be able to hear more about the information around what the WSB shop is going to be doing. This convention promises to be an incredible one. the best of the best so far, celebrating 40 years anniversary of the WSB. It's going to be amazing. And you don't want to miss all of the information. So be here next week, Tuesday, so that you can hear more about what is going to happen at the convention and every other things that needs to be shared. Okay, next slide, please. Yes, you know, social media is a rave now. Every one of us want to post one thing or the other online. And so we want you to please remember that there is a hashtag that has been created for WSB 2025 G25 convention. Hashtag WSB G25 or hashtag World System Builder. It is important for you when you're posting on that Instagram, when you're putting something on Facebook, or maybe you're on X, formerly known as Twitter, you want to put something on maybe TikTok or in, I don't know, Snapchat, whatever it is that you want to put stuff on. Put all of this hashtag there so that we can be able to see your posting. Who knows? Maybe some of the things that you're posting might be part of the things that will now appear on WSB, social media pages. Or maybe you can even form part of the materials that WSB will use to make some of them, videos and marketing materials in the future. You never can tell. But how would we find out what you do at this convention if you don't show it to the world by putting the right hashtag there for us to be able to see? So please note this: WSB G25, hashtag WSB G25 and hashtag World System Builder is what the live tag is going to be like. All right, let's go. Yes, for those who qualified for GX between the last day of the month of June up until date. So it's time for us to get up and clap, everybody. So let's go, guys. GX1, Abdul Aziz Campdet, Abrera Kumalo, you have Angela Ozumba, Angelique Abrero, Adeniro Abrero, oh my goodness, Anthony John, Aria Kanki, Barita Carl, Bobby Thompson, Brian Cole, congratulations everybody. Connie Karumba, Christina Castro, Dajit Carl, Ehiage, congratulations. Esperanza Ibarra, Eva Urkuzea, Funkola Makinde, congratulations. Kira Perez, Joan Magalis, Josephine Villanueva, congratulations. Jocelyn, Johanna, Mary Lee, Maria Mafi, Mary Grace Vaz, congratulations. Nimane, Teke, Perla and Seta, congratulations. Sekia Holmes, Rod Mazzino, Rochelle Santo, Richard Bermudez, congratulations. Congratulations, Lara, Veronica Bassa, Valerie, Blackuli, Valeria Humfa, congratulations. And now GX2, man, congratulations, guys. Adrian Paloma, Albert Budani, congratulations, Benson Malika, Bobot Perlata, congratulations, Irene Jibogo, Gloria Guerrero, congratulations, Elizabeth Liogo, Donna Watson, Mali, Lucille Guil, Leon Villanueva, Leah Madula, Johan Martin, congratulations, Noril Bell, Nancy Enato, Mesa Mewule Dugu, Melissa Alvarado, Marta Garcia, congratulations, Pankaj, Mirsa, Ivan Chen, Richard Martinez, congratulations, Sat Ax, Anidar, Tracy Har, congratulations. Tamika McRae, congratulations, Susan Wang. Man, GX3. Oh my goodness. GX3 means that you already qualified to be an MD, or you're just, Alejandro Benitez all the way from Oak Brook. Bayo Gumbete all the way from Calgary. Congratulations, Cordia. Congratulations, Brandon John all the way from Greenbelt. Blanca, Dante Dugalo, Dayo Elesomi, congratulations. Frances Benemerito, congratulations. Janil Nilo, Jack Young, congratulations, my friend. Jennifer Basiga, Jesse Roy Garcia, congratulations. John Kunana, congratulations. Karen Lugayo, Congratulations, Laila Masanke. Adebayo, congratulations. Musoko Maria, Nilab Dukes, congratulations. Phoebe, congratulations to you. Rosalie Amansa, Regina Faring, Razahel Siapno, Richelle Ramirez, congratulations. Congratulations, Ivan Tran, all the way from El Paso. Congratulations, GX3. And now GX4. Congratulations, guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Catherine DeLeon, all the way from Hope Group Financial Center. My good friend Carissa Reyes, Dolly Barber, Tron, congratulations, brother. Jessica Custodio, Josie Christian, congratulations, Emin Arsenas, congratulations, John Ortiz, Joyce Bulan, Malhar Baxco, congratulations, Mike Montez, Rita, congratulations. Solomon, all the way from Minnesota. Congratulations, brother, man. Rosalind Luke, congratulations. Zembla One, congratulations, congratulations. Man, GX5. Okay, let's see this. AJ Adona, Alexander Chan, Aria Blaske, congratulations. Brad Amada, Cynthia Atomaco, all the way from Atlanta Financial Center, Excel Esposo, Elisa Brandano, congratulations, Joanna Hernandez, Gaitan, all the way from Livewalk, that's where it is, Elisa, congratulations, Dr. Juno Teza, congratulations, Ansat, Rakesh Mishra, congratulations, Melcy Carlos, congratulations, Rocky Pavone, congratulations, Team Chu. Yao Obiri, congratulations, brother. Congratulations, Samuel. Wow. GX6 qualifiers. Let's see who are these big eaters now. Oh my goodness. Antonio Ponce, Cynthia Alcafo, Aris Oda, Gunarom P, Jefferson Nilo, congratulations, Deja Guzman. Congratulations, Karen Chin, Kevin Lee, congratulations, Evelyn Jasso, congratulations, Kevin Nguyen, Kevin Tu, Laura Webb, congratulations, Liz Oland, Lenny David, Marjorie Pate, congratulations, my brother Mike Macedo, Michelle Hong, congratulations, Tammy Lee, congratulations, Noel Blanco, Vincent Bilafo, congratulations. Vincent Tron, congratulations. Tiffany King. Yvette Lakion, congratulations. Now, GX7, we are just in the 7th month just started. Dana Khan, Jocelyn Mumbai, Lynn Romero, Sarah Thompson Jackson, Mary Molina, Maria Dominguez, congratulations. Tuyen Nguyen, Vanessa Santiago, congratulations, everybody. That's great. Oh, GX8. Okay, let's go. My goodness, Donwin Markham, Malene Mayer, Osman Cabo, and my very good friend Mira Rosal. Congratulations, everybody. Tameka Fallen. Congratulations. My goodness, GX9. Okay, who's this? Joyce Estevio, congratulations. GX9. Guys, that's Rakesh Khanna, the newest $500,000 income earner. Congratulations, brother. Man, I'm so proud of you guys, man. Everybody, let's keep going, guys. We are in the 7th month of the year, and some people are already GX9. Man, there's nothing that says you can't do the same thing, guys. So let's keep going. Now we want to bring, one of our product provider here to talk to us. Tim probably don't remember this, but he's been personally of good help to me. Can we bring that back, staff? Yes. Tom Cobbin is one person that I personally, I'm very grateful to be in business with this gentleman. Every time I call him, he's always there to answer. Not minding how high level in the organization he is, he's always been there for me personally. 2 years ago, I had some issues with some things on the back end. I don't know who else to call. I rang him up and he says, oh, BC, don't worry, I got this. And he took care of it for me. And for that, I want to say in front of everybody, Tom, thank you so much for everything that you've done for me personally. Man, this man is the vice president of Transamerica, national sales director, and he wants to be able to share with us some of the new updates that is coming out of Transamerica. Tom, please take it away.
BC, thank you so much. What an amazing morning session so far. You're doing an incredible job, and I can't help but be so excited and energized about all the sharing that's going on here at WSB. Just want to first say thank you to head coach Swan and Alicia for this opportunity today to just share with you an announcement that's coming, as well as thank the entire WSB community. The first half of the year here at Transamerica has been incredibly strong. We've had over 55,000 families protected because of what you do every single day. Over $30 million of new face amount put on the books, and over $180 million of new premium that came in. And I just want to say, we couldn't be a company without World System Builder and WFG. And I just want to thank you so much for what you're doing every single day. So it's exciting to hear about home BPM and all the things that you're working on and all the effort that you're making as you head towards G25. And we're excited to be with you at G25 in just a couple of weeks. And so I hope you guys stop by the booth. We're having the notebooks ready. We're going to have some pens. We've got a lot of exciting things to hand out. So please make sure to come by to see us. But today I want to share for my friends in California a big announcement that we're finally excited to announce here, and that is the FFIUL 2 has finally been approved, and we are launching it this Saturday, July 12th. And it's extremely important. And BC, if you guys could throw up the slide. I have a slide here today that has a QR code, and I just want to share this with everybody because this will give you the opportunity over 4 different sessions between this Friday, the 11th, and of course, next week, the 14th through the 16th, to sit in on a webinar presentation, not only to learn about the features and all the different advantages of FFIUL2 and FCIUL2 that are now approved in California, but also we are bringing the new application that is currently in use outside of California. We're bringing that to California on July 12th. This new application is responsible for taking our submit to issue time. This is the length of time it takes from an application to come in all the way to getting issued. It used to average 30 days. Now it's down to 15 days. And we've made a lot of significant enhancements over the last several months to make it less invasive, very streamlined, very intuitive. And the feedback that I get when I travel around the country is that this new application is a game changer. So please make sure to encourage your team to get registered. Use this QR code to do so. Again, there's going to be 4 sessions. These are national webinars that will be conducted by our sales team. And then we will have our RVPs, our hybrid team, our dedicated sales team out in California, working with all of you throughout the next couple of weeks to make sure we get you those individual team trainings to cover both the products and the new software. What I'll just say in closing real quick is that I do want to take and quickly shout out to Melissa Magalon. I know she's the #1 producer in Transamerica. And so I just want to say thank you so much, Melissa, for what you do every single day and all the families that you're helping. We certainly appreciate your partnership and continued support. And that's true for all of WSB. But I'm also excited to share that for my friends outside of California, as well as California, but the news that we're going to extend Thrive in 25. So if you haven't heard about Thrive in 25, it's been out there since December. It is our IUL bonus program, and you get paid to help protect families up to $1,500 available every month. So a total of over the next 3 months, you can earn $4,500. And BC, I think that's money you can take to Korea with you. It can help pay for your airfare or buy some nice gifts while you're out there. So certainly make sure you take advantage of Thrive in 25 over the next 90 days and earn your $1,500 every month, total of $4,500 by helping protect families through one of Transamerica's IUL solutions. And with that, BC, I will turn it back to you. And again, can't wait to see everybody at G25. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tom. This, extra bonus is so incredible, man. I mean, a lot of people on the team have gotten that over the last couple of months that you guys have rolled that out. But I personally haven't. So I need to put myself in that space where I got to get the maximum. I mean, the maximum is what I want. And so thank you so much for this update you provided us. All right, WSB staff, let's go. I think the next thing is for us to recognize those who have been educating our families. Okay, so now this group of people have been educating families, putting things on the counter so that we know that they're doing financial literacy campaign. We still need help to finish 30 by 30. We know you are out there every day doing own BPM campaigning and talking to people about what we do, but we need you to put them in the counter because it's important that we track our progress. We believe that we've done way more than where we are today, but because people are not putting on the counter, we can't do anything but to just recognize what is on the counter. So we want to this afternoon celebrate those who have put things on the counter over the last 1 month. So for those who have educated between 30 and 59 families, let's see those who are in that space. Congratulations, everyone. Oh, Dr. Adiolu Durotoye, Alba Chavez, Akuna Elegalam, Alice Orward, Alison Smith, Audrey Chan, Brandon Robinson, Brett Crab, Brittany Surata, Angelica Lopez, Celeste Abogwan, Cesar Centeno, Charles Wogood, Cindy, Elisa Valdero, Elizabeth Iniba, Darren Sean, Diolo Nishola, Deborah Balu, my friend from El Paso, Murray, guys, Emmy Rose, Gayaz, Enel Chibo, Errol In, Esther Taldas, Godwin Ileke, Glory Otulamin, Gabriela Basharum, congratulations, Fomi Parker, Florence Mudinu, Yao Farm, Isaac Ajaybe, Jamil Mohammed, Jason Herrera, Julian Amankwe, Karen Wilpil, Josephine Cervedo, John Ortiz, Kelvin Tu, Kevin Nguyen, Kristen Bognot, Lane Chan, Lane Tong, Lisa Torres-Mill, Mary Ho, Mary Gainos, Martins Owanikum, Mary Lou Rice, Margot Gentry, Andy Iqbal, Maria Angel, Nadine Ellis, Nick Pakil, Osman Cabo, Oluwaseun Lawal, Olive Cyrus, Olidia and Hernandez, Norman Galanto, Mark, Pauline Tiago, Philip Sims, Sam Sloway, Patricia Jambo, Patricia Boye, Rebecca Odejimi, Rosamelda Ibalarasa, Salvador Acuno, Sam Cantasami, Sloan Reid, Shirley Lubao, Sharon Romans, Chuck Vereno, Shanaz, Steve Lee, Tani Gibson, Tina Kabadin, Tin Chu, Tony Sanders, Valerie Menkata, Victor Koji, Woody Boy, Von Julian, Urit, and Hernandez. Congratulations, guys. Thank you so much for what you do for the community. Now to the ones who done 60 to 90. Let's go, guys. Angela Barrera, Aye Mary Ogude, oh, Blanca Shavira, BC Ogunwale, Daila Donazo, Ida Newton, Don Martin, Karen Chin, Faye Fernandez, Evelyn Oresaye, Gary Yip, Kimi Lee, Linda Fong, Linda Jailet, Lynn DeLeon, Lynn Mandiola, Lynn Romero, Manka, Sarah Felipe, Rosalie Gayaz, Richard Rosari, Ricky Miller, Phoebe Lee, Nancy No, Mitchell Nguyen, and those who have done 90 people and above. Thank you so much. Adiremi Obadili, Alex Ogunkoya, Alma Sosa, Blanca Vasquez, Brenda Johnson, Edith Kamobi, Dolly Amaya, David Pham, Christiana Castro, Carosa Son Twist, Gloria Flores, Emma, Kayode Oloye, Karen Abalos, Joseph Olakunju, Joe Johnson, Jason Tremel, Ingrid Richardson, Laura Meyer, Olutoyin Mustafa, Prince Roland Kolusade, Modina Oyekon, Melissa Megalion, Steve Chinatu, Tameka Falling, Tessa Grant, Tuyen, Nguyen, Yusuf Olaogun, thank you so much. And now to top 25 personal ex-wife educators. These are the people that are educating people without saving your future book and sharing. We have, Michael Jacko, Nancy Lowe, Linda Fon, Nita Silla, Nanali Sand, Jason Trumel, Emma, Angela Barra, Alma Sosa, Oluwatoyin Mustafa, John Martin, Steve Chinatu, Kayode Oloye, Aderemi Obadele, Rita Lake, Yusuf Olaigo, Melanie Lijar. And now to the big eaters. Number 2, Blanca Vasquez, Edith Amobi, Brenda Johnson, and the only number 1 is Dr. Dolly Amaya with 938 SY Health personal, educator. Man, congratulations, Dr. and Alice Amaya. Top 25 personal workshop and presentation guests. These are the people that are inviting people to our presentation. Roger Mazarlo, Phoebe Lee, Ayemeri Ogudo, Caroline Oyedeji, Giselle Sutherland, Bridget Taylor, Kim Nguyen, David Pham, Ingrid Richardson, Maria Balandres, Alex Ogunkoya, Nancy Tova, Tessa Grant, Modina Oyekon, Yusuf Olaegun. Congratulations, everybody. Tamika Falling, Shema Ross, Gloria Flores, Corazon Twiza, Melissa Megalion. Now to the top 5. Melaine Lejar, Madeline Louise, Oluwatoyin Mustafa, Stephen Chinatu, and again, number 1 personal presentation guest is Dr. Dolly and Alex Amaya. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Now, top 25 counter base shop. If you look at SMD base shop, those people who are putting numbers into the counter. Let's go. The top 25. In Toast 2 Pass, Melissa Megayon, Donna Watson, Corazon Twispa, CEO Olajumoke Seriki, Gloria Flores, Jason Trimel, Alex Flores, Kyle Deoloye, Yamila Francopeya. Congratulations, guys. Tony Sanders, Edith Amobi, Immaculate Egifon, Steve Chinatu, Dr. Adeolu Durutoye. Now, Christiana Castro, Alejandra Yelpo, Tamika Falling, Joseph Olagunju, and Ivan Tron. Okay? You have Tuyen Nguyen, Danaja, and then the top person again is still Dolly Amaya. Man, Dr. Dolly Amaya is just whipping everybody here, man. Thank you so much for the work that you do for the community. All right? And those of you that qualify for Green Jacket or re-qualify for Green Jacket, you have to submit your Green Jacket requalification since the last convention, which is G24. If you have requalified, you have to submit your requalification. So the next couple of people are the ones who have requalified for Green Jacket since the last time we were in Las Vegas. So let's go. Green Jacket requalified. David Pham, congratulations to you and the team. Ole Maldonado, congratulations to you and Liz. Congratulations to you and the entire team. My friend, Manuel, all the way from Edmonton. Rajinda Mohar, congratulations to you and the team. My brother from Bakersfield, Saul Saludes. Congratulations to you and Connie and the entire team. Yamila Franco Peya, congratulations to you and the entire team. If you qualify, you have to submit for you to get recognition at G25. So go on World System Builder and Members Recognition page so that you can go and submit your recognition for Green Jacket. Right? And we have another Green Jacket promotion. It seems like it's every Tuesday now that we have Green Jacket. Back in the day when I joined this organization, you had to wait a long time before you see green jacket. But GX has changed the entire landscape. And so today we want to introduce to you the newest green jacket out of World System Builder. Please welcome with me our newest green jacket. No other person other than Ann Lam. Congratulations to you, Ann, and the entire team. Man, we want to hear you share. Congratulations. Hello, Fountain Valley. Can you guys hear us okay?
Yes.
We cannot hear you. Yeah? Say it again. We heard you, but I don't know. Can you speak up a little bit?
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Now we do. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. My name is An Lam, and I'm truly honored to be here with all of you. My background before joining WFG, I was a restaurant manager with many locations for more than 22 years. My schedule was demanding. I worked from 12 to 14 hours every day and 7 days a week. I barely had any time for myself and my family, especially 3 of my kids. On top of that, I was a very shy and nervous person. In April 2016, I got invited by June and Phoebe to attend the meeting. At the meeting, the speaker was talking about tax and financial knowledge. I decided to join WFG right then, not to start a business, but to learn. Shortly after that, I attended my first convention in Las Vegas. I was blown away by energy and diversion. That experience gave me hope and bright future. That's the reason why after convention, I got my license and start my WFG journey. In 2017, I got promoted to MD as a partner, as a part-time in the business. But life didn't go as planned. Because of my full-time job and family responsibility, I could not focus on WFG like the way I wanted for the past 8 years. I worked with WG on and off as a part-timer, but I never give up. And I know one day I would come back with fully focused. My coming back on November 20, 2024 with discipline, focus, and support. Thank to Phoebe and June, my friend who always stand by me. They believe in me when I could not believe in myself. Then they keep reminding me to stay focused, to build up my WFG business. That when I realized I had been working towards someone else's dream, but not mine. Now it's time for me to pursue build my own dream. With discipline as my focus, first I build myself, so I commit to show up consistent to office meeting. I never miss any meeting or event since I got back. Launch 25 was the turning point for my business. I feel grateful with GS program. After return back from long with 4 people, more decision to do GX consistently. Then new recruit under them also do GX. Leverage my trainer, our team create many home BPM that list massive number of recruit and momentum for the team. Therefore, the GX program I produce 3 GX1 and 3 GX MDs. Thanks to GX program and consistent do home BPM with the team, everything start to shift. Therefore, I was able to qualify for SMD in April and green jacket in May. I became successful by following by the GX program, staying with discipline and staying focused. And also I committed to strong meeting mentality. I show up to the office training webinar because I know that when I show up, I will grow in the business. With the proper job, give me focus more in the team. I especially rep for and to head coach Chu Xuân and other coaches, my EVC Michelle Hong and Anh Bình, all the leader in Fountain Valley Financial Center. Also, thank to all my teammates. Last but not least, thank to my trainer, June and Phoebe, who believe in me. Thank for your patience, your encouragement, and never give up on me. Even I was working sometime part-time with the business. In conclusion, believe in this business and yourself that you can help many people to secure their financial situation. Be consistent and never give up in what you do. You may take more time, but it works better for your long run. Teamwork and follow the system are the key of the success. Thank you for letting me share my story.
Wow. I want to say congratulations to you and to the entire team and entire leadership of the Fountain Valley Financial Education Center. One of the things I like to talk about is you see how this organization is somewhere where, you know, whenever you make the decision and you're ready to go, it is always there for you to pick up from wherever it is that you left off and then just keep moving forward. Not so many places is so forgiving and is, you know, quite accommodating like we have here in WSP. So once again, the entire leadership in Fountain Valley and you, most importantly, and congratulations to you and the team. We look forward to seeing you at the convention and many, many more things coming out of that, your team. All right, let's go, guys. I think the next one is my friend and brother, all the way from Gold Street. Hey, Kevin, can we have an agreement this morning? You know, this is just going to be training. All right? Okay. Kevin, are you ready?
All right. Hey, BC, thank you for the introduction. Can we get the camera a little bit lower here? So there we go. Hey, good morning, WSB. Hey, BC, thank you for the introduction. You are my brother from another country and clearly another mother too, right? Hey, good morning, WSB. Kevin here from Gold Street. I'm excited to share with you my topic today about Easy Start. You know, we're quickly approaching, Victor, the next 2 weeks, the biggest event and the biggest convention for ourselves and our team. And how we prepare for this conference and this convention could be a turning point for many of us in our career. And so today, my topic is about Easy Start. And I want to share with you how an implementation, Boris, to one piece of our fast start process really helped our team explode here. And so my topic here is Easy Start to Explosion. You guys like that slide, by the way? I made this slide myself, all right? Yes. Hey, but before we talk about how Easy Start has really helped us, Fikr, I want to talk about what was it before we had the Easy Start 8 circles, right? I took a couple screenshots of a typical day for me, Stephen, before we had the 8 circles. Here you see on a random Wednesday, I have an 8 a.m., a 9 o'clock, a 10 o'clock, a 12 o'clock, a 2 o'clock, a 3:30, a 4 o'clock, a 5 o'clock, a 7 o'clock, and an 8:30 o'clock appointment. How many appointments is that? On any given day long, I'd be working between 4 to 5 different legs in my base shop. You know, another day typically for me would look like something like this, Columbus Day. It's supposed to be a holiday, right? And yet on this day, I have a 9, a 10, an 11, a 12, a 2, a 4, a 5, an 8, and I have many 8 o'clock appointments actually. I not only double booked, I quadruple booked. You know, at that time, Christine, we were all on Zoom. We were just getting back to sometimes seeing people in person, but we had got so accustomed to Zoom, I was doing appointments left and right. But can I share with you guys how I felt as a trainer? I was busy but not productive, right? I was not duplicatable. I mean, you look at the schedule, you show your teammate, does anyone want to have a schedule like this? I don't think so, right? And I was really frustrated because as hard as we work, Zong, we can never build trainers in our team. And you know, I kind of felt like we were working hard, but everything was hardly working, right? You guys ever feel like that? You do so much, and you wonder, what's going on in my base shop? How come we can't have new trainers coming out? And so this is what I realized, Victor, and this is a conversation that Alicia's been having with me for the last 6 years, okay? Truthfully, I was this guy. I was just a leapfrog, Ping Ping. On every appointment, someone calls me, Kevin, can you help me? Okay, I'll be there. Kevin, can you help me? Okay, I'll be there. Kevin, can you help me with this appointment? Yes, I'll be there. This is a housewife. I need you to talk to them. Great, because you can connect with housewives. Okay, right, I'll be there. This is an engineer, and he's a guy, and you're a guy, so I think you guys can do appointments together. All right, I'll be there. And this guy, he never graduated college, and neither did you, Kevin, so why don't you come in and talk to him? Okay, I'll be there. I jumped from appointment to appointment to appointment, so hungry to build, I didn't realize I was not focused. I was so busy, Mike, doing activities, running appointments, trying to get results, that my intention was good, but my focus was totally off. Actually, this is what I really was. Okay, a fancy chicken with their head cut off, right? You look at a trainer, they're a green jacket, they're on Titan X. But when you look at the meat of it all, Ping Ping, what were we really? We were just a fancy guy by title, but truthfully, on a day-to-day, I was just running like a chicken with his head cut off. When I looked up a picture online, there's a lot of gorier pictures. I picked the most PG rated picture for this, okay? To help you guys understand this analogy. So when Coach came out with, and thank you to Rhoda, by the way, and Adolbert, when Coach rolled out this easy start, I saw myself, wow, this is something that can be predictable, and over time, the more people do it, Ken, the more proven this process will be. You know, if you're brand new today, and you want to learn how to do this business, you want to take yourself from a trainee to a trainer, you want to make sure you work with your teammate here to understand how to do this fast start. You know, when I saw this, Richard, I said, wow, anyone can do this. It's a simple step-by-step. In fact, a trainee can become a trainer. And a trainer, like many MDs, SMDs on this call today, you can begin to see that you, Elaine Schwang, here in Gold Street, you can be a builder, right? And so this is where it all starts. You know, I actually encourage all of us here, before the convention, most definitely with our existing teammates, our brand new teammates, we have a record high of new people coming to convention for the first time. Take a few minutes before the convention to mentally and emotionally prepare your teammates for what this convention can do. You know what I've learned the last 10 years is the success coming out of a convention starts with the preparation before the convention. And that starts with a really strong emotional goal. You know, sit down with your teammates, John, and ask them, why did you join? When you come to this convention, many of us will be traveling, sacrificing time from their job, their family, putting money aside to come to an event like this. What did they come here for? You know, when we started to do this here, when we focused on the top 5 reasons, this was a chance for us, Ken, as the trainee, welcoming and onboarding our new teammates, to establish a connection with our teammates. The connection will turn into a relationship with them. And that will transition to a friendship and open itself for leadership. In fact, we can do that all on one page, right? And the fast start I learned is nothing more than doing the 8 circles here, for example, with the big picture in mind. We are taking you through these next few steps. You got to get a kit. I'd like to meet your spouse. We got to just sign for licensing. Share with them what you're doing. Talk to you about how we help families. Attend the meetings. Field train you. And help you run our system called GX. Because your goal is, I want to retire my wife. I want to make more money so my family can travel more. When we started to focus on having a really strong top 5 reasons, that's when we started to see many people move in our team. And so, you know, I want to share with you like a quick story. I have a teammate on our team. His name is Sir Thomas Jackson. And I actually recruited him. You know, a lot of times we look at someone that has a lot of momentum very fast, and we wonder, Ali, how do we recruit someone that is so quick or so fast, right? But actually, a lot of times, it starts with a really long, unsuccessful story that leads to a potentially successful story. You know, I have a teammate, his name is Sir Thomas Jackson. I actually met him through someone in my base shop named Dr. Oda in 2023, at the end of 2023. He joined the campaign, he got started, and when he joined, he says, yes, I'm so fired up. I want to do this business. I want to learn. I want to do everything. And I said, fantastic. This guy's going to be so good. He's a go-getter, everything like that. I invited him to the next event. And he said to me, Ken, I'll be there. He even paid for the launch registration in Daly City. And when that day came, I waited outside, I texted him, I called him, and guess what? Does he show up? No, he doesn't show up. He ghosted me. I couldn't believe it. And then a couple months later, we had the whole national financial literacy workshop where we talk about the campaign. I invited him to that too, Lynn. I said, Sir Thomas, you got to come to this. Because this thing is going to be so incredible. You're going to see hundreds of workshops and financial centers get together. You're going to see how big our organization is and a vision for yourself. He's like, yes, I'll be there. And guess what? Does he show up? No, he doesn't show up. He doesn't even show up to the Las Vegas convention, which he paid for to go to. He didn't show up to the campaigner clinic. But when I go back and I fall with him, I remember in the end of December 2024, Vevs, he came to my office, we sat on my couch, and we talked about life. You know, when I first tried to fast start him, I talked about process. You know, like the circles. These are the things you have to do. And I totally overlooked, you know, because sometimes guy to guy is kind of weird to talk about goals, right? Like, hey, what you come here for, bro? You know, so I talked about process. And process at that time, it didn't connect with him. He's busy in his career, he's doing many things. But when I sat him down and we talked about life, we talked about goals, we talked about as hard as he works, what does he see for himself and his family? I learned that he's from Section 8 housing. I learned that sports was the only thing that he thought growing up was his way out to bring his family out of poverty. And for all these reasons, it instilled in him a hard work habit. But I saw a kid, he's bigger than me, buffer than me. He's like 6 feet tall. I saw a young man that really was driven by purpose. And I said, because of all these reasons, Sir Thomas, this is what WSB is here for. To accomplish all the things you want, this is where this platform can help you. And when he had such a strong emotional reason, Stephen, it was so much easier for me to take him now, Matthew, through this process. You know, it was easy for him to get a kit, to show up to the office every day, run appointments, have the mindset to become a trainer, learn how to do the presentation, fly to do home BPM in different offices. And this gentleman here, we built him to become MD in 28 days because of a strong, fast start. And it's so easy. And you know, as trainers, we got to do it first, Stephen. We got to bring a new teammate out and we got to show them, wow, this process of building people can be so quick and so simple. If we can sit down with them and talk to them about their goals, we can have an alignment and they understand all the direction that we give them is to accomplish the big picture in mind. The step-by-step, it's easy to follow, isn't it, Boris? Because you want to retire your wife and do these things, these are the different things we're going to do to help you get there. You know, and as fast, Stephen, I started to do it first and I started to explain to my team, this is incredible. This is so easy. I just built an MD in the last 28 days from the day he started. It's so incredibly simple. Anyone can do it. And the teammates of ours, Ali, started to see, you know what? It is easy. I think I can do it, Fikre. And so let me share with you, as my teammates started to do it, what were they saying about the Easy Start as they started to do it themselves? One person said, it's a good start. It's a good startup point and something you can go back to and easy step by step. Okay, that's great. Is that right, Elaine? One of my other teammates said, a system that is duplicatable, simple, and easy. I can apply every single person, apply the process, and there's a system to follow. In fact, 8 circles gives us the ability to connect with them. Another one of my teammates said, it's clear cut. The expectations, to find out their reasons and why they want to win. My other teammate said, it's because it's so simple, I have the confidence that I can do it myself. Isn't that what we want as a trainer, if someone to say they can do it themselves? And this lady here on my team, her name is Una Vuda Dakua. Something like that. She's an incredible lady. You know, this is what she said about the Easy Start 8 circles. She said, we bring somebody new on board, and if we didn't have the system easy and duplicatable, I would be all over the place. Every time I fast start someone and using the circles, she said, watch me do this because this is something you're going to do too. Building the business is that easy. She's already training her teammates with the trainer mindset. This lady here from January till June, She and her whole team has over 80 new campaigners, and she's built 14 GX units in the last 6 months, all because of how easy this Easy Start is. And as easy as it is, we start to see our team follow. They start to take the Easy Start and they start to do it themselves. They complete the Easy Start, they take people through the process, they put dates down to every single name. And as we started Easy Start, Ken, we started to see incredible momentum. In fact, now we have people getting GXMD in 60 days in our team. And with that, purposeful, intentional appointments, activities. This is a home BPM on Brad's team in Santa Rosa. 25 people showed up here. We had 4 campaigners on the spot. This lady this evening finished her GXMD that night because of one event. And then because of that, we were able to build MDs in many different locations. This is Daniela and her teammates Matt and Madison, her husband Mo, in Alaska, Anchorage Financial Center. This is also another MD under Una. Her name is Ely, who hit GXMD in 60 days, the first of our teammates after Sir Thomas to hit it in a short amount of time. And so in April, we had a breakthrough. We actually had double-digit GX qualifiers in our team. And in month of June, last month, we actually had 12 GX qualifiers and over 55 recruits in our team total, which is the all-time high for our team. And so because of that, we are tracking, and I'm starting to see this Easy Start is nothing short of that. You want to start someone off? There is a simple system to follow, a process that's proven. In fact, starting someone now from trainee to the steps to see them become a trainer, it's easy. It's proven. We just got to go out there and do it. And I see for our team, WSB, coming into G25, we're carrying some incredible momentum. We are bringing 150 people sitting in the seats in G25. And we are tracking because our team goal is we are declaring 50 GX in our team per month coming out of convention. And I know that we're going to be able to do that. And that's why I want to share with you. Just a simple process like this, Ping Ping, can give someone like our team, someone that I felt like we joined this business with a good intention, we work hard, but for many years we could not build trainers in our team. But because we took something so seriously like an Easy Start, something so simple that we said, because it is that way, Christine, we can duplicate it to our teammates. I know we're going to get to this goal of 50 GX. And that's why, BC, let me announce, okay, what WSB has rolling out for us today. It's an incredible enhancement to our system. I'm so humbled to introduce the next person speaking here. Her and her husband, they are the inspiration to the best coaching program in the financial industry, which is TitanX, which to this day has proven to build multiple six-figure earners and even seven-figure earners, taking people from SMD to come into this program all the way to become EVC. And she is also the pioneer of mainstream campaigning, taking our financial literacy to Columbia, to the FBI, and many large organizations. I'm so excited to welcome our great leader, EVC from Greenbelt Financial Center, Robin Raquel Slowinski, to share with us.
Awesome. Kevin, thank you so much for those very kind words. It is just so awesome to be able to be part of this great community, right? I think that's one of the things that many people, they leave, they go to copycat companies, they cannot duplicate the community ship that we have here, right? That Swan and Alicia started building many years ago with I forget what they used to call it when we used to just do the conference call, right? But I'm so excited, thank you for that wonderful training today. I think we are on the brink of just, getting better and better all the time, right? And so Kevin, you talked about, what Easy Start looks like right now. And I think that, the Easy Start bubbles and the process, because it is a process, right? It's not, Easy Start is not an appointment. Easy Start is a process. It's a process that takes weeks, months, I think you're easy starting your people all the way until they become SMD, right? And then you hopefully hand them over to Titan X so that Titan X can continue to, build that relationship and help people become successful. So, I think easy start just got easier. I love it. So, of course, part of the easy start process is immediately once we bring someone aboard into the company, we need to make sure they have, very first thing is they must have their starter kit, right? If we don't give them that, if they don't purchase that starter kit, then they leave, they have nothing, right? Already we begin to help them in the process of quitting. So we need to make sure that we are utilizing that starter kit. And right away, day one, Kevin, we need to make sure that we're helping them sign up for their pre-licensing, right? And if we haven't met their spouse already, then we need to meet their spouse and do their PFS next. But today I want to talk a little bit about licensing. I think it was a couple of years ago now, that Alicia and Swan and the rest of the WSB leaders worked on the licensing workshops. So we have 2 licensing workshops. We have one for health and then the other one for annuity. I'm sorry, we have one for life and the other one for annuity and health. And, once it was rolled out, Rob and I started teaching it. We started it in our Greenbelt office. To be very transparent with you, we did it in person and it was great in the beginning and then it just like fizzled out, right? Because we were coming off a pandemic and people still were really like lacking this meeting mentality. But we believed in the power of helping people in that licensing process. And so we kind of took it online. And we used to teach it once on a Tuesday morning. We used to teach life and health and annuity on Wednesday morning. And then we also added a nighttime. And I'll tell you, Kevin, what we saw. In fact, I just, after yesterday, Titan call, I went and I looked and I said, well, I knew that our number of licensed people was growing because every week, every couple of days, we see new people. Hey, congratulations to such and such. They passed their exam. So we knew it was growing. We just didn't necessarily know the number. And so Rob and I yesterday, we took a look and on WSB website. And in the last year alone, we've grown our number of licensed people by 47%. That's a big deal. Now, we still need a lot more licensed people, but it's a big deal. And so just about a week ago, I shot an email to Swan and Alicia, and I said, we've seen a great increase in our number of licensed people, and, we've been teaching the classes or whatever, and we wonder, would it be something that benefits the entire WSB community, right? Like right now, we have the workshops, the financial education workshops that are taught, Monday through Friday, along with product highlights and stuff like that. And I think that is, helping us grow a lot because yes, the bigger offices, we can be able to teach workshops once a week or twice a week. But when you're smaller, maybe, what are you going to teach the workshop when one person show up sometime, right? Or what if you don't even have an office right now? You're in the middle of God knows where, that you're the office. So I started thinking, and so Swan got really, really excited about it, and so did Alicia. And so we talked about it on Titan, and a few of the leaders, we got together and came up with, hey, as a community, let us teach this. So if we could bring up, I'm going to bring up the schedule and talk a little bit about it. I'm very excited about this because I believe that it can help us, get our people fast started even faster. I don't know about you or your team, but before we did these classes, People were getting licensed in like 2 months, 3 months. And listen, I'm securities licensed. I'll tell you, life and health, passing the life and health should be a piece of cake. This stuff is not hard. It's boring. It's incredibly boring, but it's not difficult. Okay. So, but sometimes when, you know, they have to do it on their own, they don't do it on their own, because who wants to do boring stuff on their own? Nobody, including me, right? So we started teaching it. We've seen great success, and this is the schedule that we are now rolling out to the entire WSB so that you all can be able to recruit someone today. When you recruit them, you make sure they get their kit. You sign them up for their Excel or whatever program they're using to study. This does not replace that. They still need to do those things because a lot of states require it before they can schedule their exams. And even if the state doesn't require it, they need something to study, right? So we sign them up for that. And then we also go to WSB's website. You can either use this link that's here, or on the Facebook community, there's a link, or you can sign in and go to workshops and it's there. So right away, schedule your new person for their class. So here's what we have. We have Tuesday night. So tonight we are kicking off the first one, guys. We're kicking off the first one. So, and it's actually going to be taught by Rob. And to be fair, I must give Rob, for the last, you know, I don't know how many years we've been doing this. I've probably taught, you know, a handful of the classes, but Rob's been the main one that's been teaching. Rob, along with some of our leaders in our Greenbelt family, which we're so thankful for. But I would say Rob's been doing 80% of the classes, and he will be the one teaching it tonight and kicking it off at 6 p.m. Pacific. So maybe your team member is getting off work and driving home in California traffic. Fine, let them, well, hopefully they can be stationary. We would like them to be on screen and stationary, but if not, they can still listen, guys, right? We got to fight for our future. 8 p.m. Central Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You know, what are your team members normally doing at 8 p.m. and 9 p.m.? They're usually doing nothing unless they're in an appointment. But honestly, a lot of them are doing nothing. They can fast forward their path to getting licensed. We would like them to be on camera, and we would like them to be stationary so they can pay attention and take notes. That's ideally what we would like. So if we could have the majority of that happening, that would be great. So tonight we have life class. To prepare their expectation, they should plan to spend about 2 hours with us. Why? The flip chart does not take 2 hours. The life flip chart probably takes an hour, 15 minutes to an hour and a half. But then we want to spend, you know, 15, 20, 30 minutes, whatever time we have. We want to spend also going through some practice questions with them. So what we've been doing is we teach the workshop and then we go through practice questions with them so that they can, you know, just get a little familiar with how the questions are asked, how to read it properly, what are they looking for, you know, those kinds of things. Then we have tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. We are 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific time. So a lot of times, what is your team member doing at 7 a.m. Pacific time? Nothing, right? And when it's school time, their kids already went off to school and they're doing nothing. So they can be able to jump on here and study, or 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We're also going to teach the life class. Then on Thursday, on those times that you see there, we're going to teach the annuity and health at 10 a.m. Eastern Time in the morning, or whatever your time zone that translate to. And Thursday, it'll be 9 p.m. Eastern time. So what do we have? We have, if your team member who just joined is available in the morning, then they have Wednesday life, Thursday annuity and health. Okay. If they're available only in the evenings, then they have Tuesday evening life, Thursday evening annuity and health. And so they get to see, and if they're available all the time, then sign them up for all of them, right? And then what we also decided to do is on Sundays. So most of the time we do nothing on Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon, right? So Sundays, 3 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Central, and 6 p.m. Eastern time. It will not be a workshop, but it will be about an hour and a half or 2 hours of just question practice, question practice, question practice, question practice, so that we can help them. You know, what do they mean in that question? And here's typically the answer. What do they mean? And so on. So we're literally going to go through practice questions. So what does this look like? This looks like, you know, someone comes into the business and they have an opportunity to go through the flip charts and lots of questions in just 1 week. We're hoping, guys, to take people from months to get licensed to a week or 2 to get licensed. And we do see that happening in our team. And I believe other teams that are doing this in the WSB community have also been able to see those kinds of things. And now we need to take it to a grand scale for all of us. All right. So super excited to share this great news with you guys. We hope that when we get off the call today, that you and your staff or whoever start calling your team members who maybe they got, you know, they came in and then they started this boring licensing stuff and then they fell asleep because they're just bored, right? It's not hard. It's just boring. It's true. So I want to ask Rob to share his thoughts. I mean, truthfully, he's the one who teaches the classes, right? But I also want to invite some of our leaders who were instrumental here in creating the schedule and also will be teaching the classes. So I want to invite Dui Trong, Frank Dung, and Mia Rasal to share their thoughts on this as Rob shares his as well.
Well, I will say, you know, you want to make something less boring, you bring in an engineer. So that, you know, that's going to make it less boring. Now, the reality is we're here to simplify the process. The biggest thing that we've seen is people are afraid to take a test. And they've been afraid to take a test since they were in high school, and they haven't taken one in 30 years. And they're like, oh my God, a test. You know, what happens if I fail? What is it going to be? So we just want to familiarize them with the process and the types of questions they're going to ask and how to really, you know, eliminate 2 of the answers very quickly so that they can at least have a 50-50 shot and not have that fear going in and say, you know what, I am just going to go ahead and schedule this in a week and just go ahead and take it and be ready to do it. Whether I pass or I fail, no problem. I'm ready to take it again and kind of remove that fear that has been hanging over their head, because far too many times people join and the only thing we have to ask them is, how's licensing going? How's licensing going? How's licensing going? And the response is always, oh, I'm still studying. Oh, I'm still studying. Oh, I'm still studying. Well, now we have a process where we can monitor when they're coming in, how long they've been there, what's going on, why is it taking so long? Let's just go ahead and schedule the exam and get it out of the way, because this is just one thing we want you to get done and move on. And lastly, it's also helping them understand that what the test is looking for are test questions or test answers, not real world answers. So they kind of have to separate the 2, right? So, you know, that test doesn't know who WSB is, doesn't know about education, doesn't know about WFG, doesn't know anything about that. So we just kind of got to break through all of that and say, look, this is what they're looking for. Here's the answers. This is the kind of the process to go through so they can just quickly get through it and enter the WSB kingdom to educate the world.
Awesome.
Hey, Raquel, this is Frank. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we hear you, Frank.
All right. Well, thank you, Raquel and Rob, for being very instrumental in getting this started. Your inspiration from Titan X now all the way through. Kevin just talked about easy start. So if you look at the 8 bubbles now, I believe, Raquel, all 8 bubbles now that we have a system behind every single one of them. With from the kit to license now, we got the workshops, we got field training with the new presentation and the home BPM, and then we got PFS with all the solutions that we have, and now with the licensing, make it even better. I just think that every day we're just making everything just faster and faster. It becomes really easy now for everybody to be able to get licensed. But I really want to, big applaud to the community to be able to step up and to make this happen really fast, to be able to create something in a week and be able to put this together right in time for G25, so that when we go to G25, we come out of G25, we're going to have an explosion in the licensing, which means it's going to have an explosion in 315, explosion in GX and Cahoon and everything. So I'm really excited. I'm excited about this class. I'm excited about all the instructors. Remind everybody, hey, you got to just go onto your dashboard in WSB, get on there, get the link from there so that you can register every single time. From that registration, then eventually you can be able to know who from your team is registered too. So now then you can be able to track your team with their registration and which class they went to. And so within a week or 2 weeks, everybody can get licensed. So thank you, Raquel and Rob. I really appreciate y'all.
So thank you, Frank.
Mia, you want me to go first or you? Me? I'll go first.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let the men go first. You guys don't want to mess with me, okay? Hey, first of all, good afternoon, WSB. Hey, I'm really excited about what's going on here. I want to share a couple of my thoughts regarding the licensing workshop. You know what? First of all, the WSB Financial Education Workshop, you guys know that's been running ever since we started. Whenever COVID was here, we had the workshops going. Now the workshop is running very smoothly. I think a lot of the team, they benefits from it. The minute you recruit someone on board, you have a workshop you can send them to. I think that's pretty powerful. Now, with the addition of the licensing workshop, I tell you, it's probably one of the parts in the business that, it's very boggling. The licensing, like Rob said, is very boring. There's nothing exciting about life and health. Maybe if you recruit 100 guys, one person will tell you, oh my gosh, yes, I am so excited about it. I'm learning so much. I love it, right? That's the exception. Most of this stuff on there is boring, but you know what? I attended Rob's workshop. I got to listen to him because I want to hear how he delivers it, because their licensing ratio's gone up. I've also heard on the Latino workshop too, that they can teach the Latino team how to pass their license too. How can Arlex go from a certain number, 200-300 license and jump up to 1,000 licensing? There's a big deal in that. Rob and Raquel went up 40% in there. So to me, I feel that, instead of just trying to create our own or every base shop do their own, we all come together as an entire WSB one community. That's how come the workshops are so exciting, because if you go on the workshop, there'll be about 100 people on the workshop. Most people in the real world out there have never been on a Zoom call with more than 5 people. They have 5 people on the call and they think that thing is big, Mia. But you know what? When they come to our call, they see 100, 500, 2,000 people on a call. They're like, oh my gosh, what is this? And there's a power in numbers, even if it's on a Zoom call. So this also helps out. So whenever I went to Rob's workshop, I tell you guys, there's 2 types of teachers out there. The first type of instructor out there is the one that wants to teach the technicality of life insurance. But you guys know 90% of the material is never on there. The other guy is the guy like Rob, the one that teaches you, you know what? Listen, I'm here to give you the basics, the things to look out for, and what to pay attention to so you can pass the exam. That's it. Because think about it. You guys, do you want, for all the guys that are not licensed on this call, you know what your number one thinking is? Your thinking is this: let me get all the information first and let me feel comfortable. And when I'm comfortable, I'm going to book my exam. Isn't that true? Would you rather be that guy that takes 6 months to a year to pass their license? And yeah, you know what? 6 months, I pass it. I got a 90. I'm so excited. Or do you want to be the guy who fails it 4 times? They pass in 30 days, done and done. Okay, so I'm very excited about it. You guys, tonight is our kickoff. You need to jump on. If you're not licensed, you need to register for a workshop because you're going to have one of the best instructors teach it. Okay, he's not technical, and by the way, he's kind of funny too. I know he don't look funny, but he's really a funny guy on the Zoom call, and it's very entertaining. I felt like, Rob, I just wanted to go take a test again, man. All right, so thank you very much for everything that we all do for each other. Okay.
All right. So you can hear me? Anything that we do with a community, becomes bigger, better, and faster, right? For everyone. So again, I'm thankful for the leadership, for having this because yes, we've done it. Like I've done it with my base shop. I know Victor, has done this for many, many years, right? Like having a regular trainer or teacher do it. But, again, when we work as a community where we know, like we have 5 chances, for our new recruits, to get in on that workshop, so that they can speed up, the licensing process. Raquel, this brings back, back the day when I first had my license, it took me 1 week, to study, but, so the success of this still depends on every single one of us, right? Where, yes, we plug them in, to the workshop, but it's up to us, to take ownership that, hey, my new recruit just joined, this workshop, this licensing workshop tonight. So now are you going to monitor it? Tomorrow you remind them, hey, you have Wednesday, is this time open for you? Can you make it? And, I think that we got to stop, making it too convenient for them. We got to let them know, you want to get licensed fast, right? You want to make money. So now you want to make sure that you clear your schedule so that you can get it done, in a short period of time, rather than having them take their time, just like what you said, Zooey, and before you know it, they got locked out, of, exam effects already. So, the success of this is us, as WSB, to follow up, all our teammates that join in the workshop and to make sure, just like what we've talked about in Titan-X, to make sure that every single one of those recruits, sign up for the exam date, which I think many of us failed, but this time around that we got to make sure that, once they join, they have to have a clear exam date so that they take the classes seriously. So, I'm so excited about this, but again, right, if we can, as a community, can get back together and, share the results. Hey, you know what? If every single MD or SMD can share, right, on the community, okay, like this week, like this is how many teammates I have that logged in, and, by the end of the month, here are my number of licensed teammates, because of this workshop, so we got to make sure that, we give the feedback, so that we can have more of our teammates, plug in, their new recruits to this workshop. So, again, I want to make a big shout out, to the leadership, of course, all the instructors who have stepped up, to help the community. Hey, imagine, Frank, we because of us working together, right? Everybody, gets to plug in, their new recruits, right, and follow up. And that gives us more time out in the field, but still, get our teammates, to take the licensing as fast as we can so we can duplicate more GX in the team. So, thank you, Frank, Zoe, and of course, Raquel, and Rob, for initiating this, and our instructors who are stepping up, to make this happen for the entire WSB.
Awesome. Thank you, Mia. I think, like I said, when I started off, I think that this community ship that Coach and Alicia has built is incredible because, and like Dewey said, you can run it in your own team with 5 people or 10 people. and then one day you have a class and nobody shows up, or maybe, you know, all of us at one point, our recruit number go down. Well, of course, if your recruit number go down, there's not going to be anybody attending licensing class, right? But you know, together we can really do something great here. And also, I think there's another aspect to this, because sometimes people, they cannot swim with both arms, right? They cannot chew and walk, they cannot chew gum and walk at the same time. Like, they cannot do it. And for whatever reason, sometimes they get caught up in licensing. But I think by having, you know, some of our leaders here teach these classes, they also get to interact with them and also get to remind them of, you know, licensing is not everything. Yes, it is a very important part of our business, but, you know, it's also an opportunity for us to bridge that gap and try to also encourage them on the other parts of Easy Start that maybe they haven't done. So I think it's just going to be great. And like all our trainers here have said, like, we all have to do our part, right? Our team is not going to know how to implement this if we don't get online and get them registered. And, you know, we, the instructors, can't make your team members schedule their tests. You got to do that, right? And so on. But I think together, if we collaborate and work together, it's just going to be amazing. So look forward to seeing you guys tonight, and your team member. Get on the phone when we're done. Call, remind them, register them, whatever. And let's double and triple our number of licensed people in the next 6 months. All right. So without any further delay, I'm going to turn it over to, you know, someone who's already been doing this on a grand scale and has been able to see great results to share with us. So if we can introduce at this time, Mr. Alex Flores.
Hello, can you hear me? Wonderful.
Yes, Alex, we hear you, we
Wow.
see you, you look good, you sound good.
All right. Well, what a powerful webinar this morning. Congratulations to all the achievers. And with this news, Raquel, Dewey, Mia, and then all the leadership that is going to be supporting this, you know, next milestone, I want to say, in a way, because we've been doing it, I think, the last, I want to say 2 years, but I want to just give you, you know, how serious we had to become when it comes to this licensing program to get people licensed fast and definitely have expectation to go to the field and make money. And this is based on how committed they are, but also how serious they are, especially when it's time to take the class. This is what we did the last 12 months. From last June, we were at 1,600. And as you can see, the last update is 2,671. So I calculate, which is about 65% growth just in licensing alone. So all I want to tell you is that, you know, when we come out with something like this, a program to be able to get people licensed fast, you have to think 6 months, you have to think 12 months, but also you got to make sure you let people know, because the way we run it is that we expect them to have a open camera. We expect them to have in a setting that they actually serious about the class, and also they must have a schedule their test already. That is the way we run in Spanish. We don't accept people that do not open their cameras. We do not accept people that do not have a day to take the test. I mean, it's just an advice that I can give you about, you know, they have to be serious, and you as a leader have to make sure, you know, you become consistent with it. And if you think about the next 12 months, I think all of us, every single person can probably increase your license percentage to maybe 100%, maybe 300%, depending on the size of the team that you have today. So with that being said, I'm super confident that we can we will increase our licensing number now, because now, you know, it doesn't matter if you speak Spanish, English, we have both available for people to get licensed. And remember, it's just like Raquel said, it's not everything, but has to be what aligns people to be willing to go to the field, keep educating people, and show them that building a strong financial foundation is possible. So looking forward to see everyone shine and keep and grow their licenses number the next, I want to say 30 to 60 days, and make a bigger impact to every single community. Thank you so much for letting me share, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Alex, for that. I mean, guys, we've come to the end of the session today, but I just want to reflect a little bit about some of the things that have just been said. First, I want to say thank you to Raquel and Rob for this licensing initiative. Raquel, I mean, I've always looked at you at this. Titanex was an idea that you brought, and now this, and I just want to say thank you. Because somebody like me personally have benefited so much from Titanex. And now my business is about to change with this new initiative that is coming out here. To every leader that is supporting us on this new initiative, we say thank you. The entire of the community is indebted to you, so God bless you. And so everybody, you heard about this. The only thing that we got to do now is just to go and deploy and help our team members to get into this session so that they can get their licensing done quickly. Kevin Nguyen talked about how Easy Start using those 8 circles has helped his team. The system is so simple, and Frank Dwong said something like, for everything that is on that 8 box, there is a system that is behind it. All we have to do is to deploy. You know, you can't help somebody who has food in front of him and is not hungry. So at the end of the day, it's up to us. I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to be able to to MC today's session. Have a good afternoon, everybody. And I look forward to seeing every one of you in Sacramento. I can't wait to celebrate 2025 G Convention with you all. Thank you, and have a blessed day, everybody.
Smooth like butter.